You may be clingy and you just had no idea that you were. So if he called you clingy and now you're confused because you don't really think you're clingy, then it may be that you're doing certain things that you don't think is being clingy, but he sees it as being clingy. For example, maybe you like spending too much time with him and you're thinking, this is what people do who are dating, who are boyfriend, girlfriend, right? So you think that's perfectly normal. To him, he's thinking, man, I want some time to be with myself or hang with my friends or play my video games or watch my movies or go, you know, go jogging, whatever. Or you might think you're not doing that. You might think you give him all the time in the world. You don't interfere with him when he's doing his stuff, but he still calls you clingy. If that's the case, then it might be coming from a place where he feels like in an emotional sense you're wanting something from him that he's not quite ready to give yet. That could be where he's coming from. He could be saying it as an emotional problem, not so much as a physical you always hanging around him all the time problem. So you might be at a place right now where you're giving off the sense of maybe you love this guy or more passion towards this guy, and he's sensing that, and he's feeling, I don't want this right now. I don't want to be feeling this kind of emotion coming from this girl right now. So I'm gonna call it clingy. Okay, so that's the other side. That could be the way he's coming from as well. Okay, so in a scenario like this, in a situation like this, it pays to have a conversation with him and really find out where he's coming from, because you don't want him calling you clingy and not having a discussion about it. Because if you don't quite know where you're being clingy, if it's in a physical sense, um, or where you're being clingy in an emotional sense, then you're lost, right? And you guys have to see eye to eye. You guys have to know where you're at, in your relationship. So have an open conversation with him and tell him to be honest with you about what he means by that.